Welcome back. In his new book, The Expendables, Jeff Rubin provides a provocative, far-reaching account of how the middle class got stuck with the bill for globalization and how the blowback from Brexit to Trump to populist Europe will change the developed world. There's a lot to unpackage here. We say good morning to Jeff. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Melanie.
The timing of this book is well, it's very, very timely. I just read the foreword alone where we tie this into what's happening with this global pandemic, where we see, really, the rich getting richer, the poor getting poorer. Who is the middle class now?
Well, they're a shrinking breed in places like Canada and indeed in the developed world. We've seen the middle class shrink as a percentage of the population. They're now a minority as a percentage of household income. The middle class is getting poorer. The middle class is getting older. In other words, the middle class is showing a lot of signs of extinction.
Jeff, when we look at the jobs and how does this affect what jobs are available here in Canada?
Right. Well, if you want to understand why this has been happening, and it's been happening over decades, it's about what kind of jobs the economy produces now, and maybe more importantly, what kind of jobs the economy no longer produces. In the heyday of the middle class in North America, 50s, 60s, 70s, middle class workers basically made the very things they consumed: cars, televisions, dishwashers. That's not the case today. All of those things are produced far away in global supply chains by labor that's paid a fraction of what workers in Canada or the United States would be paid. So all of the jobs are now created on the service side of the industry, and more recently in the so-called gig economy, where workers are considered independent contractors and aren't even paid, minimum wage. So the outlook for wage growth is not good. Your average worker in the United States or Canada hasn't seen a real wage increase, that is an inflation-adjusted wage increase, since the mid-70s. That's a long time to go without a wage increase.
So when we look at something like the new NAFTA and whether or not Canadians' jobs, the middle class, were protected, what is your take on that?
It's laughable. I mean, the NAFTA didn't protect middle-class jobs. NAFTA allowed middle-class jobs to be farmed out to Mexico, where auto workers get paid $2 to $4 an hour instead of $20 to $30 an hour. Now, if I'm a shareholder in GM or Magna, I think that's a great idea. But if I'm a worker in those countries, one of the few remaining workers in those countries, then, I think I've basically been left behind. And, while people like Chrystia Freeland claim that these agreements are in support of middle-class jobs, these trade agreements are precisely the things that have gutted out middle-class jobs, not only in Canada, but throughout the developed world. And unlike Donald Trump, who has basically tried to protect American workers with the use of tariffs, that's something that the Canadian government, at least this Canadian government, seems unprepared to do.
Yeah, there is a lot more discussion here, especially as we deal with this pandemic, what this bounce back will look like, how long this will take. We've run out of time here, Jeff, but I want to let people know The Expendables is available now. You can check this out with Jeff Rubin. A great discussion here. We appreciate your time, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care and good morning.